Hey everyone. So I wanted to do a little bit of a different kind of video today. I wanted to take a look at the usmint.gov website and take a look at the 2023 Morgan and Peace dollar offerings. In 2021, 2 years ago, they started remaking, is a limited edition, as everything is now, Morgan and Peace dollars as a sort of commemorative type of thing. That was to commemorate the 100 years since 1921, which was the last year of the Morgan dollar and the first year of the Peace dollar. Those had a kind of mixed reception. I mean, in the marketplace, they've done very well. If you bought these from the mint at the time, you are up. You are up comfortably. But in the marketplace, people, or in the collector community, people had kind of mixed opinions. Some people loved them. Some people didn't like the finish, the strike type. We'll talk a little bit about that. But for now, I wanted to just look at what's available, what's coming, what I'm doing, what I'm buying, and why. And then, you can make your own decisions. So if you go to product schedule and 2023 product schedule, and I'm sort of navigating through the site rather than just pulling them up directly because the site's a little funky. And you scroll down to July, you'll see the first batch of 3 different batches of Morgan and Peace dollar release. These are the uncirculated coins. These are the 2023 versions of what, as far as I understand, will be the same strike type of what came out in 2021. And it had that sort of matted finish that I thought a lot of people loved and a lot of people did not love. But it was still really cool to get new Morgan and Peace dollars with sort of modern presses and such. I thought that matte kind of uncirculated look, I don't know if it's burnished or what the right term is, it looked gorgeous in my opinion on the Peace dollar, and I thought it was a little lacking on the Morgan dollar. I'm a little biased. I'm a Peace dollar guy. I love Peace dollars. I've only more recently, as I think eventually happens to all US coin collectors, started to love the Morgans. Those are pre-orders are sold out on those. If you take a look, the Morgan has a mintage limit of 275,000. The Peace dollar, I believe, is the same mintage limit of 275,000. Initially, the household limit was 3. They upped it to 25, I think, because these were selling slower in the pre-orders. Pre-orders, I think, account for 90% of the total sales, and then I think they hold 10%, if I'm right, for release day. So if you still want these and you don't want to have to pay those secondary market premiums, get on here early July 13th, first thing in the morning, and grab however many you want, up to 25. I tend to think that these will actually do better than expected. This is my personal opinion. The reason is if the mint is going to be making these every year going forward, and they start to be seen as a new collectible series, a continuation of the classic Morgan and Peace dollar sets in their own right, that I think will, with time, attract a larger collecting community. And I think 2023 might be a year that a lot of people are kind of skipping because they're thinking, well, it was really special in 2021. Now it's just whatever. I tend to think, my personal view is that people are expecting these to bomb in the market. I don't expect that. And I think in the long term, they probably will actually appreciate. I could be completely wrong. So anyway, if you want these, July 13th, pop right on here. And I believe 10%, so 27,500 of these will be released first come, first served. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. The next batch comes slightly later in August. And these are interesting because it looks like they're out of stock. This is like a fluke of the Mint website. But if you look at Morgan and Peace dollar here, you click on Morgan, and yeah, remind me, what? Well, it's available for a subscription. And so what you have to do is then you have to click this. It's weird. And here you'll see they have a mintage limit of 400,000. This is higher than last time around, if I remember right. But it doesn't have the separate mint marks, the separate privy marks really representing the mint marks. They're all just S mint mark, S. I don't know if they're actually privy marks this time or a proper mint mark or how that works. So with 400,000, 10% held back, there's 360,000 available for pre-order, but the Mint has kept some information hidden in the source code of the site. And if you search the word stock and hit a couple times, you'll find this stock level. There's currently 2,954 available. So with 360,000 available for pre-order, 1% of that would be 3,600. We're well under 1% of the pre-orders still available. If you want these, I would recommend moving on them soon. They also upped the limit on these up to 25 from originally 3. And I think the proofs, and this doesn't really show the proof finish, I think they're just kind of using a generic image here. I think the proofs are going to look really cool. And I think they're probably going to be more collectible as a first year of the new Morgan proofs. We don't know if they're going to keep doing those. I think they are. But also just having a nice proof of the Morgan dollar design up to modern mint standards, which I know is not the same character that the old Morgans have, including the old proof Morgans. There was something a little more beautiful, if less perfect, about the old style of minting. I don't really understand the technical changes, but the new coins are just going to be pristine kind of look. They might have some little spots and things, but I mean the overall quality of the strike and so on. Now, similar with peace dollars, again, you have to go in and then click this dollar proof coin subscription. Now, the other thing is, in addition to raising the household order limit, they have raised the price over the course of the year. You know, when I first ordered these, they were significantly less when I pre-ordered initially. And of course, I didn't lock in the price. You don't lock in the price when you pre-order. They sort of confirm it with you a few weeks before shipping. But if we go here and we do that same thing, view page source, stock, here we see a stock level. These are higher. These are still pretty available. There's about 5% of the pre-order amount still available, 17,405. So it sounds like if you're in a pinch, the one to grab would be that Morgan proof. Although, in my opinion, the peace dollar, I love peace dollars. And I just think a nice proof peace dollar is going with, frosted devices. It's going to be awesome. And I'm really excited for it. I tend to think that the rays on the obverse and reverse are probably going to look really cool in a proof. I'm really looking forward to those. The other thing, so those are the two that are still available. And of course, more will become available August 9th, but we don't know how long that'll last. I think Morgan especially seems to be attracting the most interest. If we keep going on down, I don't think a date has been set yet, although I've heard speculation of November. The Morgan and Peace Dollar 2023 two-coin reverse proof set. This is sold out. Now, what I have found is you can go in and check periodically, refresh, and see if more have become available. They periodically do because people cancel their pre-orders. I was able to snag a few extra peace dollars on the uncirculateds that way. In fact, when I did it the other day, a couple weeks ago actually, I think I got what at that time was the last extra one. I was able to add one more, but not 2 or 3 or 4. So if we do the same thing, click through to this thing, and if you were to take a look at the view source on the page, we could see what's available. And let's just do that because it looks like I can add some to the cart. There are now 1,305 available. That's interesting because just the other day there were none. I don't know if more have started to be released, if they had a lot of cancellations. They did increase the price more significantly on these. You can order up to 5. That was initially 3, and the mintage limit's 250,000. I think that these as reverse proofs are going to be awesome. Again, the Morgan, of course, is going to look neat, but I think that peace dollar design, something about all those rays, I just think in a reverse proof where the devices here are mirrored, the background is matted. I think that Lady Liberty's head and that tiara, I guess you would call it, and the hair and everything, I just think it's going to be gorgeous. And I also think these are the ones that, in my speculation, are the most likely to be really desirable in the marketplace for years to come, just based on how things have gone with special issues of American Silver Eagles in the past. So I wasn't expecting. It looks like you can actually grab more. So I think I have 3 from when I placed. I'm going to actually go in right after I'm done recording here and grab 2 more to bring mine up to 5. I'm going to grab 5 of these. So it's coming soon. We will have in July. Where are they? Here they are. Our uncirculateds. In August are proofs, and sometime late in the year, again, I've heard November, but there's nothing official that I know of, these reverse proofs, which I think are where, and this is where most of the speculation that I've heard is that these are going to be pretty hot. I expect them to be. They may not be, they may be. But either way, I think they're going to look cool. And that's the reason I'm buying. So hope this was helpful. I definitely recommend going in, grabbing what you can. You can always cancel it later before it ships. You won't be charged until it ships. But at least as an opportunity to lock in the chance to have some. So thanks a lot.